Welcome to the Applied Biosystems Taq Talk video series, where we break down real-time PCR to make it easier for you. Relative gene expression analysis is one of the most common real-time PCR applications with one of the most common real-time PCR questions. Since every cDNA is run with both the gene of interest and an internal control, do I have to be sure the concentration of each cDNA is the same? Let's talk about it. Whenever we do a gene expression experiment, we need at least two gene-specific assays, one for our gene of interest and one for an endogenous control gene, also referred to as a normalizer or housekeeping gene. Different terms, same idea. So what does the endogenous control do for us? Well, essentially, its number one job is to normalize our data to account for differences in the amount of template added. Here's what I mean. Say I'm comparing expression of my gene of interest using two samples, one untreated and the other from a treated cell line. When I examine the real-time PCR results, I find that the number of threshold cycles for the two samples differs by 1 CT. This suggests that there's a twofold difference between the target expression levels of the samples. But how do I know that this twofold difference is real? After all, isn't it possible that my untreated and treated samples contain cDNAs with different concentrations, and that's why we're seeing a difference of 1 CT? That's definitely a possibility, which is precisely why we have to run an endogenous control for each sample. A good housekeeping gene is expressed stably across various sample types, assuming the starting amount is the same. Thanks to the data collected from the endogenous control assay, I can effectively monitor the amount of cDNA input, even if it varies from sample to sample. At the end of the run, I can use the CT data from the endogenous control to correct the final expression values and account for differing amounts of cDNA input. I can thereby avoid having to always add equal amounts of template when running my experiments. But clearly, expression must be stable across our sample set for the control to do its job correctly. If it's not, the data from the control can actually make our final expression values less accurate. So how does one choose a good endogenous control? Great question. And it's the subject of an upcoming Taq Talk video. Stay tuned. Check out other Applied Biosystems Taq Talk videos on our website at thermofisher.com/taqtalk. And thanks for watching. See you next time.